Celebrity Rehab, day 16. Today was a solo therapy day, EMDR day. This week is actually like a break week for me, so I only have sessions on Tuesday and Thursday because, fun fact, most of the people that do this program are only do it for a month. They're like in group session. And so, since group session with the first group finished last week, this week I have a break from group until the next group sessions restart, I think, next week. So I'm only having solo sessions this week. So yesterday was off, and I did my hair, or my art project, as I like to call it. It's the first time I've done art that I actually love, and so motherfucking long. I don't even know how long. I feel very love a girl. Yes, so today was a solo therapy EMDR day with my male therapist. And I realized like last week, this is actually the first time I've ever had a male therapist. I'm very particular when it comes to therapists and what I want out of them, and one of the things that I've always wanted is for them to be female. I have never wanted to talk to a man about my issues, and so I definitely thought that I would have a harder time connecting with this therapist, but he's so great. I actually really enjoy having sessions with him. I think we're getting some good work done. I realized last week I don't even like crying in front of men. Like, I will hold that shit in. I'm not going to cry in front of a man so he can see me weak and take advantage of me. Not that that stopped them from taking advantage of me in the past, but I digress. So today was EMDR day. We started out by talking about Disney movies because he always knows how to frickin' disarm me. And then after we talk about our favorite Disney movies, he's like, all right, let's jump in. And today we focused on the first incident in the library that happened. So the first time that I got death threats and was like, had like racial slurs yelled at me at the library. And so what we do in EMDR, I think EMDR, like the EM part stands for eye movement. I don't know what the DR is. And so while you're doing EMDR, I have my eyes closed and you gotta move them back and forth like this, and then you have these little shockers that pulse left and right in your hand until you're moving your eyes with the shockers, and that's supposed to like tire your brain so you can't build walls to stop the processing or something like that. And like every couple of minutes he would check in and be like, okay, what's coming up for you? What are you feeling? Then whatever I say, he says, just go with that. And I think one of the biggest conclusions or breakthroughs that I had today was that after the first incident happened, and it was a night shift, so it was only me and one other coworker. These two drunk patrons were in the library just causing a ruckus, and I had like warned them twice to, just calm down because people in the library are starting to complain, and I would hate to have to ask you to leave for the night. And so the third time I was like, okay, you're gonna have to leave for the night. You can come back tomorrow, but like for tonight, I've already warned you too many times. And that's when they started like calling me all sorts of N-words and monkeys and black bitches. And that's when I was like, okay, well, I'm actually gonna go call security because I won't be talked to like that. And this person got up and followed me and started like threatening me, talking about, I'm gonna see you outside, I'm gonna I don't know if I can say kill you on here, but basically they're gonna me, and they followed me all the way like to the counter while I was saying this. And mind you, before this we didn't have the plexiglass on the counter, so people could really just reach over. And in the moment it was terrifying, and like it got to the point where my coworker had to take out her phone and start like recording what was happening because there wasn't any security. It was just two girls working at the fucking library at night. And I remember the next day when I had come in, all of my coworkers just like kind of standing there huddled around and reading my incident report and waiting for me. And they were like, we didn't think we were going to come in today. And me just being like, why wouldn't I come in? And in therapy today, while doing EMDR, I realized that I've never had the luxury of being scared and not being able to do something because I'm scared. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter how scared you are. You're gonna go and do the thing. Like, that has never been a reality. I've never been a reality for me to like something traumatic happens to me and I just like take a day off and like process. Like, no, you're gonna go in. It doesn't matter. Like, even after my dad died, like his funeral was on a Saturday and Monday I was back in school. Like, I had never taken any time off from school to like process losing my dad or anything. So that was like a big revelation for me. And another one was that I'm used to the things that I love hurting me or abusing me. And in this sense, it would be like, I really loved working at the library. I was a library child growing up. You know, my parents always took me to the library. When I got old enough, I would always go by myself. And so to like work in a library was really like a dream come true for me. I was honestly even looking into getting my master's in library sciences because I was like, I think I want to do this for like a long time. And so when I started getting death threats at work, it didn't occur to me that like, you don't have to tolerate this or take this, like you can leave. Like, that is never a little abuse. I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. But a little abuse has never stopped me from being in relation with something that I love. You know, I grew up in an extremely abusive household, and my mom still said she loved me. I've been in violently abusive relationships, and my partners that were abusing me still said they loved me. So I think I've came to like learn that the things that you love are gonna hurt and abuse you, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. But in like my most recent relationships, I even had a friendship that was like so fucking toxic. I was getting abused left and right, but I was like, well, she loves me and she's my best friend, so. But in the place that I am now, I realized that like, I didn't think that the shit that happened at the library was like, what do you call it? When it's like, it wasn't like a red flag to me, because it was like, okay, I'm getting abused at this job, but I also love this job, and all of the things that I love abuse me. So that's not anything out of the ordinary. And while I was like processing this during EMDR, I was like, there was a moment where I was like, I'm just so fucking dumb. Like, why did I continue to show up to work every day? Like, they were really shocked that I came back, and I was like, why wouldn't I just didn't understand what the thought process was. It was like, okay, so, and I'm processing that. It made me feel really sad. It made me feel sad for the younger me that was never able to go through something harsh and then take a moment out to just like sit with it or like feel the feelings. I'm a master at taking things to the chin, okay? And I think that is why this past year and a half has been excruciatingly hard for me. I've never not been able to like, I've had a job since I was 13. Like, I've been working, and so being off of work for a year and a half has really given me the time to sit and think about all of the times where I wasn't able to just sit and think and feel, and that has been so fucking hard for me. I feel like most of this past year, even though I'm supposed to be off to be healing, I've been trying to like push myself to do things, and like I need to earn rest, or, oh, what happened to you wasn't that bad, you didn't die, even though I could have died. There were instances where it was looking like they're gonna take me out, and that the fact that it didn't just happen once at the library, it happened like 4 or 5 times. Like, I was not safe there. I have never had to ask a job to hire security for me specifically. Mind you, I didn't work in corrections. I didn't work in a group home. I didn't work in a prison. I didn't work in a hospital. I work at a fucking library. When I'm like sitting and thinking of it now that I've had time to like process it and I'm doing the work to process it, I'm like, it's insane the fact that I've got death threats at my job once, but more than once, and I still showed up, and they had the nerve to be like, yeah, so you showing up late isn't like good for work morale, and your coworkers are like starting to wonder like, why are you getting away with, are my coworkers getting death threats because they're black? That job, I feel like, tried to desensitize me to like, first of all, racism and not being safe. Like, this is so crazy. There was a point where I was working there where I just started to walk with scissors in my purse as like a weapon. Because I was like, if somebody is going to attack me, I am going to need a weapon to fight back at a library. Yeah, so it was really groundbreaking to realize that, even though I have been reading all about love by Bell Hooks for a while now, and she says that love and abuse cannot coexist, they have always coexisted for me. And so I'm learning to detach the notion that the things that I love will inevitably hurt me. And like, when it comes to relationships, obviously people are going to hurt you even if it's not intentional, but I think it's different than like people like violently hurting you or meaning to cause you harm. Like, I don't need to tolerate that, and I'm understanding that more and more. And the more that I understand that, it makes me feel so sad for the me that has tolerated that and thought that that was just how life was for the longest time. I just accepted that I was going to be abused my entire life, and that was just how my life was supposed to go. Makes me really sad to think about that now. Like, I should have been protected. I should have been protected as a child. I should have been protected as a teenager, as an adult, and I absolutely should have been protected at work. I think the more that I'm processing the stuff that I'm starting to process the stuff that happened at work, because honestly, I haven't even tried to think about it since I've been off work. Like, as much as it has fucked me up, and finally going back to think about those things, it's like, oh my God, this shit really did fuck me up. Now I really just believe that, like, anywhere I am, anybody's gonna try and kill me at any time because of the work environment I was in. So that was celebrity rehab today. I need to figure out how I'm gonna put my hair to go to the gym today, because I do need to expel some of this energy. Even though EMDR makes me so tired, I don't want to fall asleep, because I'm going to like a paint and sip, a sketch and sip. Actually, I don't know if there's alcohol because it's on a campus, but yeah, that was celebrity rehab day 16, and I deserve love that does not include abuse.